Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Little Plane That Could World Adventure and part 2 of 3 of the Caribbean Island Hopping Extravaganza. It's nice to have you all here this evening. Apologies for the couple of minute delay there on getting started. Just ironing out a few kinks, issues with the music, etc. As you can see, I've got a few copyright-free tracks sitting on the computer, so I'll just be playing those in the background tonight. Before I begin, I just want to put it out there. If anybody is ever suffering, please speak up. Speak up. It might be difficult, but it is so worth it in the long run. And it is not worth the aftermath to the people who you leave behind. I want to make that, I just want to put that out there. If anybody ever needs to talk, send me a message. But please, don't go down that path, if you know what I mean. Anyway, enough of that. Let's see who's whoa, why am I zooming in so much? Let's see who's joined us this evening. Mr. Black Evo, g'day, how you going? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well, sir. Mr. David Jacko, good evening, as usual. Welcome, absolute legend. Oh. Gowan, how you going, mate? Hope you're doing well. You can't fly. We had bad storms last night and I'm using my cell for the internet. Not a problem, mate. You know, it's always, I always enjoy having you along, even if you're just in the chat. Mr. Sean Dale, how you going? Yep, sorry, again, in the scheme of thinking about things, forgot to put the H135 into the community folder. I feel like this is going to be an ongoing issue. Just saying. Mr. Zack's Gaming Lab, how you going, sir? Welcome, welcome. Nice to see you, sir. Nice to see you. Mr. Vruden the Great, how you going? Welcome, welcome. Dre the Gamer says, start already. I don't know if you mean as in you missed the start, or you want me to start, or I don't know. But I've started. Yeah, I'm all good. I'm all good. I just wanted to put it out there that, you know, there is other ways, and then we need to remove the stigma surrounding especially men speaking about stuff like that. Mr. Dan Random, how you going, sir? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you as usual. Thank you for coming along. Mr. Leonard Rapier says, can I be honest, you guys have helped me so much the last few weeks with the laughs, with everything, with my shoulder. I kind of hit the black dog a few times. Mate, the pleasure is all mine, and likewise to you. You guys don't quite know what you've done for me, and I'm not sure I'll ever say it really on stream, but just trust me. It's changed a lot of things. There's no longer any use of any substances, if that makes sense. Mr. Kangaroo, hi all, how you going, mate? Thank you very much for joining us. Welcome to the stream. Alright, that's the niceties done. Let's start this aircraft up and let's head on the way. Now, the weather was meant to be a bit shite, but it seems so far like it's going alright. So on this first leg, we're going to be flying past a lighthouse. So I'm going to keep the altitude nice and low, like 2.5. I'm also interested to know what's happened to the music. I'll check that in a sec though, because it's not high on the list until we're up in the air. Next thing, and we have action. Turn on all the lights. Get some flaps into this thing. Now, the wind. We've only got 2 knots of wind and it's going straight up the runway, so okay, cool. Hello, mouse. Can we get some behavior? There we go. So, 2,000 feet for the first leg. Mr. Zach, I just realized I don't actually have the bot turned on yet. I'll get that sorted out in a sec. Thank you for reminding me. And I probably also don't have the correct flight plan entered into that. On the health this evening, drinking the kombucha. It's either something you love or you hate, but I quite like it. Sort of replaces that soft drink cravings that you get, but it's a hell of a lot better for you than soft drink. Right, commands. Edit that flight plan to say the right things. Why can't I not read that? Right, that's better. Sorry, just fixing up the last little bit of paperwork here. Cool. Submit. Now, if you hit flight plan, that should read correct. Can you please stop zooming in, Sim, when I'm not zooming you in? That's the wrong button. Okay, there we go. So now I will put flight plan in, and that will read the correct flight plan. I'll also do the usual server. And for anyone who is flying along with us or wanting to fly along with us but hasn't before, there's multiplayer as well. That gives you the link to Oz Flight Sim's video about connecting to multiplayer. David says, do you have a flight plan on your VFR? As in like that. Does your flight computer register my 1 kilo of tea? Absolutely, Zach, it has. Oz Flight Simmer says greetings and salutations. Bryce says greetings and salutations right back at you. How you going, mate? Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you on board. Mr. Chunk, how you going? Welcome, sir. Welcome to the stream. Flight plan details and all that are just in the chat. If you need to get them, obviously you can do ! flight plan server, etc. Rudin says, I'm in the heli, doors off, nice Caribbean temperature breeze blowing through the room. Absolutely. What is the temperature? It's probably like 28, 29 degrees or something. Flight plan is in the Discord, Shane. Yes, absolutely. Brett says, hey, it's Saturday. It is. Now we just need Pluck a Duck and everything's good. David Jacko says, yeah, not showing on mine. I'll have to follow you. That's really interesting. I wonder why that is. All right. Let's take this parking brake off. Let's take off, and then I'll sort out a bit of background music, figure out what's going on there. Hopefully I can get some sort of music playing, even if it's not the usual. I'll try not to hit whoever that is in the DA40. There we go, 78F. 78F is the temp. We are live weather tonight. I don't know if I already said that. I think somebody asked just before. Will you be joining us for the flight this evening, Shane? And also, how's that yak going, Black Evo? I can see you saying that the model is good, the sound is crappy, and the steering, nose wheel steering, is not modelled. Oh, that doesn't sound very fantastic. G'day, Sim15. How you going, mate? Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you on board this evening. Hope you're doing well, looking after yourself, etc. If I can get the plane to turn in the other direction, we can line up and wait. I feel like there's probably not much traffic here at Canefield, so probably quite safe to do that. Kangaroo, if you want, I'm happy to wait for you to turn that TBM around, and anyone else as well, if you all want to line up, and then we can all just sort of hit it and go. Why does it seem like Big Jacko's in the runway? Ozflight Simmer says, yep, but we'll be in the E170. Fair enough. I haven't heard great things about that, but you'll have to let me know. Alright, so that's going to have to be the music for this evening until I figure out what the hell is going on with SoundCloud and the company I was using to stream the copyright-free music, because they've just disappeared off the planet. Completely. No explanation or anything. Got Mr. Dan Random breaking taxi speeds, as well as Sean Dale breaking taxi speeds to get down here. So as I said, keep your altitudes nice and low on this first leg, because we're going to make our way past a lighthouse. Sim15 says, hey guys, how about we drop some likes? Bryce is dancing for our entertainment. And if you drop enough likes, I'll do some real special dancing for you, if you know what I mean. Black says, okay, so the yak likes to flip over on the ground. That's useful. Kangaroo says, had to restart. Not a problem, mate. All good. I'm sure you could probably catch us in the TBM anyway. Zex Gaming Lab says, fact of the stream, flaps allow the plane to glide. Basically, allow the plane to achieve a more smooth landing. And the flap angle can be changed to suit the conditions of the landing, depending on weather and wind speed. Yeah, no. SoundCloud is there, Shane, but the pages that I had used to make my copyright-free playlist have all disappeared, as has all my music, and those pages no longer exist on SoundCloud or with a Google search or with any social media. So something tells me that maybe those songs were not allowed to be there. Just saying. Anyway, enough talky. Let's go. We may encounter some really average weather on this flight. There's the Australian cricket teams around here. Leonard Rapier sent me a video earlier on tonight, and basically the weather is pretty shunga. Hello plane. Jeez, for a not much wind takeoff, that was pretty interesting. How special will the dance be? The specialness of the dance depends on how many likes we get. I guess. You know, I know obviously for a fact I'm not going to be getting the magic number. You know, 68. I'll give you one. So, you know, I don't know. What's a good number that we can aim for a you know, I'm not twerking on stream, if that's what you're thinking. I'll save you all in that regard. You won't have to watch something like that. God, my plane's turning towards the mountains. What the? I may have to take the autopilot back off here, because this seems suicidal. $20 likes. Yeah, but then I have to... What dance am I even going to do? Like... All I really know how to do is shuffle, and I've already done that. So... I feel like this is going to end really badly, so I'm just going to disengage the autopilot, and I'm going to do this on my own. And first things first is I'm going to get away from the highest part of the mountain and get some altitude, because that was looking a bit, yeah. Pole dancing? Okay. Icarus says tap dancing. Definitely not. Cannot do that, and don't have a pair of tap shoes anyway, so it's going to be the world's shittiest tap dancing. Now, David, I see what you mean. My flight plan has disappeared as well, but yet my autopilot on GPS is still following the magenta line, so it's obviously still there. By the way, I know it looks like the plane's getting, it looks like I'm flying this plane like a complete nut. I'm not even touching the stick. This is the effects of the wind coming off of the ridges. I just want to make it very clear that I am not completely insane of a pilot. Just slightly insane. The dental floss dance. I mean, I can try. I don't know if it'll be any good. I know the general idea of what you have to do with your hands, but that's about it. So yeah, I can give it a shot. But yeah, no guarantees on no, I'm not gonna do the wet ass pussy dance. They're leaded rapier, definitely not. River dance. I mean, I can try and do a river dance. Probably not going to be any good, but I can give it a shot. I mean, I'm here for entertainment purposes as much as you guys, so I'm happy to provide... I'll do a deal. I'll do a deal. I will do... I'll attempt to floss, and I'll attempt to river dance, only if Shane attempts to floss and river dance in his next stream. I guarantee you I'm probably going to get told here to just get fucked, basically. And look, fair enough. Why am I so zoomed in again? Oh yeah, probably because my camera was having issues before. Lennon says you were going to stream it on Pornhub. I mean, I wouldn't even know the first dance move. I've heard the song non-voluntarily maybe 3 or 4 times. Every single time it comes on, I'd get rid of that shit because it's just crap. That's not music. Shane says it's because you placed the lighthouse in the flight plan, that's why it's missing. Ah! Now, here we have a wild Shane who knows the ins and outs of flight sim better than myself. Shane says, I will decline at the moment. I have a floss injury from the last time I did it. Maybe next time. Now, Shane, just want to make sure we're on the same page here. You understand that flossing is not with the teeth. It's the... I'm assuming you... I'm assuming you know this. I'm assuming you're hip enough. Lid Rapier says, I'm laying the smack down, and yeah, it's a crap song. Yeah. The fact that it's popular makes me sad for where music is going. Sim says, Shane, that wasn't the floss dance, that was your G-string. Obviously, Sim, you're not just following my OnlyFans, you're obviously following Shane's as well. But yeah, alright, so because Shane can't do it because of his flossing injury, if we get 25 likes, I will attempt at the end of the stream to do the floss dance and to do a river dance. It's probably going to be an absolute, complete and monumental failure, but the attempt will be there. And yes, David, I'm interested as well. What type of injury did you get, Shane? I should make an OnlyFans where I post like pictures of aircraft landing gear and wingtips and all that, seeing as that's the kind of stuff that gets those real plane nerds quite happy, if you know what I mean. Because there's a lot of like pages that exist for those things on social media, and then I should donate any profits from that to like a men's mental health program or something. There's an idea. Leonard Rapier says I should change it to he has to do a full stream in an Airbus. Oh yeah. Shane's just going to delete his YouTube channel at this point if somebody makes him do that. Yeah, exactly right, Vruden. There will be a new Reddit, a subreddit that's, there was an attempt. Shane says, good man, I shall learn from the best. And a sore finger, very nasty injury indeed. Will have me out from the floss for years. I'm very sorry, it will just be you tonight, Bryce. That's alright, Shane. I don't know how you're injuring your fingers from flossing, but obviously you've got massive gaps in your teeth or something. I personally can't fit my fingers between my teeth. So, yeah. Sim says, I've heard that Shane's OnlyFans account is under the furry category. Why? Because it's full of him wearing different coloured wigs, or... Yeah, no, you're right. There isn't enough support for men's mental health. I don't know if an OnlyFans page showing off wingtips and landing gear is exactly where should be going. with that. I think there's probably there's better ways I can probably make money, donate money, etc. there for men's mental health. Maybe I will do I may do some streams soon in the coming weeks where donations and stuff are all donated to Beyond Blue and all that sort of stuff. Maybe that's something to consider. Black says, Yak's flight model is pretty good. Has a wicked snap stall though. That's always fun. Where is this Yak, Black? Is it like on flightsim.to or... Also, did anyone download the sceneries that Mr. Calling Pigeon put in the Discord earlier on? I looked at them. I didn't download them simply because they were just small iterations of the current scenery. And I've had too many issues with aftermarket sceneries in the community folder every time it updates, etc. I would much rather wait for paid developers to develop the sceneries for the airports. Now, obviously, the Caribbean's not that high on the list of airports to be developed, and I can understand why. However, once we finish the Caribbean and get into South America, I'll be able to sort of showcase some aftermarket airport scenery and stuff like that. Yeah, alright, so I will do a stream, and I'm happy to link with other streamers where all donations will go towards mental health. It doesn't necessarily have to be men's mental health, but it can be, but just mental health in general kind of thing, because, you know, we need to stop issues like what occurs, you know, 7 or 8 people a day, I think in Australia it is, 7 or 8 men. So we need to stop that. And it's always those who are the most giving and the most gentlemanly people out there, it seems. The perfect example to that would be Mr. Robin Williams. So when I finish up at the restaurant next Friday or Saturday, I'm not 100% sure yet, but I plan on doing a marathon stream once we get into South America. And that doesn't have to be that doesn't have to be a linked stream, but I will do that marathon stream. All donations will go to a charity, and I'll figure that out at a later date. Don't know if I can do a 24-hour stream, Sean. But I can certainly do 10, 12, 14, 15-hour marathon stream. That's definitely something that can be done. So where would I be without you, all you legends in this chat? Together we've all come up with this idea to, you know, support men's mental health and mental health in general, simply through the, you know, love of playing a simulation and flying and hanging out together and all that. So I think that's awesome. Sean says, 4-hour shifts, you and 3 others, like a Le Mans swap streamer. I mean, if there's a way that that could be sort of funneled through, I guess, where each channel links to the next streamer's slot, sure. I'd be more than happy to do something like that as well, but I will 100% do a marathon stream that raises money for charity as well. Sim15 says, while you're in South America, could you stop in at a mate's place and pick up a package? Certainly, Sim. What sort of package are we thinking about? Dan, I might need you on standby for this one. GC Bounds, how you going, mate? Welcome to the stream. I'll pop the flight plan in the chat for you. If you would like to come along, more than welcome to. Brett Plays says, I finished early to get people onto your stream too. As always, Brett, absolute legend that you are. Thank you so much for that. Much appreciated, mate. Bruden says, I'll pick it up. I don't care what's in it as long as I get some of it. There you go, Sim. Bruden will take his helicopter to your mate's place in South America and pick up your package. Gowan says that Brett plays, sure, that's what they all say when they finish early. Funny, but also at the same time, I fully believe that Brett has actually done that because he is such a genuinely humble human being. That's the kind of stuff he does. Dan Random says, I'd join you for a shift work stream. Great idea, raise some coin. Yep, absolutely. David Jacko says, at Bruden the Great, you will use all the stash. Sim15 says, Bruden, just talcum powder. Brett says, no, I knew he was starting at 11:15 and I was planning on being done by then. As I said, absolute legend, Brett. Black says, excellent visibility from the cockpit would be awesome in the VR. Is that for the yak, is it? Interesting. That just means that all the more reason for me to get my hands on some VR later this year when the big fat man in the red suit comes around. Did a little plug before finishing yours. Thank you so much, mate. So what I'm putting in the chat right now is Mr. Brett Plays YouTube channel. Please go subscribe to him. Bloke's an absolute legend. He doesn't just stream Flight Sim. He streams Forza Horizon. He streams BeamNG Drive. What else do you stream, Brad? I could have sworn there was another thing that you stream. Do you stream ATS, American Truck Sim? Why can I not remember? I swear there's a third thing you stream quite regularly as well. But Brett's always streaming. You know, awesome bloke. Does awesome videos. If you haven't already subscribed to him, and I'm sure a lot of you probably already have, but if you haven't, go give him some love. David says, I think I'll grab the yak for sure. Yeah. Yakety yak yak yak. Brett Place says, I don't own a red suit, but okay. Oh, it is American Truck Sim. Okay. I knew there was a third thing that you streamed / made videos of quite regularly other than Flight Sim. Yeah. So... And of course, Brett Plays, he's got amazing dad jokes. So, I mean, if you like dad jokes, and you probably wouldn't be in this stream if you didn't, you'll enjoy Brett's streams just as much, if not more. There you go, and some other off-the-cuff games as well. So, I mean, Brett's got it all covered. Oh yeah, the Crew 2. Yeah. Forgot about that, mate. Forgot about that. You stream so many games, I can't keep up. I stream 1, soon to be 2. And then hopefully 3 after next weekend. I'll have a stream going for F1 as well. Because I'll have more time then for the next month or so after the next. So yeah, from the 11th of July for about a month or so, there will be a lot of streams on this channel. Sim15 says, no, don't talk about dad jokes, you'll start him off again. To which Brett goes, which days are the strongest? Saturday and Sunday, the rest are weekdays. And we're off to a flying start. Brett takes the lead out of the starting blocks. We're off and racing. I'd make a terrible race caller. And they're coming around the outside. Brett takes the lead with his dad jokes. Leonard Rapier says, not as wet yet. Oh, that's a shame. I like them wet. Sim15 says, now look what you have done. You're welcome. Brett says, of all the inventions of the last 100 years, the dry erase board has to be the most remarkable. Yes! Let the dad jokes flow through you. Gowan says, I'll miss most of them, back to racing the next 2 weeks starting the 8th. But you see, that's the difference, Gowan. I'm going to be streaming games that involve, and simulations that involve racing, you know, cars and flying planes. And you're going to be doing it in real life. I think you've got the better version. As much as I enjoy having you here, I think you have the better version. Yeah, absolutely. Gotta love Brett's dad jokes. Absolutely. And not to worry about your tea, Zach. Vruden's always, as usual, carrying the load. Here we are, coming up on the lighthouse. This scenery is just lit. Absolutely lit. And you'll get a nice... It's scenery that is lit. Yes, I did just say that. Gowan says, and I get paid to play with cars, does not get much better. Absolutely. I agree with you, mate. And hopefully I get to play a little bit with my vehicle during my time off as well. She needs a good clean. She's been a bit neglected over the last month due to streaming and working full-time and studying full-time and trying to raise a puppy dog. Life's been a bit hectic, so yeah. Brett Place says we can do an American Truck Sim multiplayer drive together. I've got a dedicated CB channel we can chat over while in it. Sounds good. Let me do my Tuesday American Truck Sim stream, because that's going to be the first time I actually drive in that game other than the introductory drive, and it'll be interesting to see just how much I can truck it up. And then we'll go from there. But yeah, absolutely, we can do a truck sim stream. Get the seeing as the multiplayer beta has basically been bug free, it looks like it's going to come out ASAP, so that'll be awesome as well. So, going to try and get a look at this lighthouse. It's not really doesn't look like it's very visible, even though I'm only at 2,000 feet here. Seems very small, nothing like Cape Schanck Lighthouse here in Victoria. Wow, that's quite underwhelming. Microsoft Flight Simulator, I have to say that is one of the more underwhelming sceneries within this simulator. Brett Place says, oh later mate, we can grow an audience for your ATS first. Look, for me, any more than about 5 people, I'd consider that to be a decent audience, especially if everyone's involved within the stream. So, if I've got 5 people driving along, watching along on ATS streams, we'll just do a multi-stream. I'm more than happy. Yeah, so, David, depending on where you bought ATS from, I bought it from Steam, but depending on where you bought ATS from, you can then download the beta version of that once you've downloaded the base game, and that allows you to access the multiplayer. Leonard Rapier says, that's what she said last night, underwhelming. I mean, speak for yourself, mate. If she's saying it's underwhelming, sounds like a personal problem. Oh wow, that lighthouse is right on an airport, isn't it? Almost, anyway. TFFF. Some serious turbulence. Yeah, there's a decent amount of blowing going on in tonight's flight. 44 knots of crosswind at 2,000 feet. There's going to be some interesting landings this evening. Sim15 says, don't forget to keep dropping the likes for the Bryce Dance Show. I don't need to do that. Lenny Rapier says, I left myself open for that one. Put it back in your pants then. We don't need to see it. Yeah, the storm must be close by because the wind is just phenomenal. And I haven't eaten any beans. Brett says, I'm away on holidays for the next week, so might miss your stream unless I got data while in the caravan park. Not a problem, mate. All good. All good. Black says, first landing in the yak in this wind. Haha, it will be fine. This is fine. Puts meme with dog and flames. Oh my god, the turbulence. Whoa. Okay, I see what you mean now, Gowan. That's crazy. Hurricane season? I'm not 100% sure. Somebody who's a bit closer to the Caribbean may be able to let us know if it is hurricane season. But this is going to be an interesting landing here. Very, very rough. Yeah, sure, Sim, I did promise. If we get to 25 likes, that's fine. I will 100% do it. I'm a man of my word. I will not back down on that. Two Mops, how you going, mate? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming along. If you drop ! flight plan in the chat, you're more than welcome to join in the flight. We're just about to touch down at the first airport, TFFFF. Just... Brett Plays says, to whoever stole my copy of Microsoft Office, I will find you. You have my word. Brett, I'm sure you will excel in finding that person. Just make sure you make one note of who they are. Wow, this is going to be... How to recover from this. Let's see if I can still nail this. It's going to be a long one. A long landing, this one. But the good news is we have a nice long runway here. And I'm only in a DA40. So I'll get down nice and quick here, and then it seems like not many people have got down yet. And then I'll get the drone out, and I'll watch everyone try and battle this crazy wind that's coming off the thunderstorms. There we go. Managed to still save that. The crosswind... The crosswind once you get on the ground is not bad. I just landed with an 11 knot tailwind. Not really recommended, especially in a small aircraft like a DA40. I don't know if that's a taxiway, but I'm going to use it as a parking spot. Or a sparking pot. There we go. Try and grab the Xbox controller without knocking everything. I don't think I succeeded there. Alright, so Icarus is coming through on that way. Big Jack has just come down, as has Black. How did that go, Black, with the yak? Oz Flight Center says, sorry, what did I miss? Not much. Brett says, nice landing, and my friend claims he glued himself to his autobiography. I don't believe him, but that's his story and he's sticking to it. Ha ha. Brett's telling dad jokes. I'm droning on and on here. Well done. Hey, look, Leaded Rapier, take it. You've got a new HOTAS. You've managed to nail a landing in really, really crazy weather. You can thank the equipment for that one. All eyes on Mr. Sean Dale. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The only criticism I could say is you're slightly off the center line, but that would be a really, really picky thing to say. So well done, sir. Well done. Gowan says, changing the letters around is a great game like you just did with Parking Spot being Sparking Pot. Do you think Brad and Angelina thought that through with Shiloh Pit? I know where you're going there, Gowan. You're thinking Pilo shit, but the actual, it would be Philo sit. Unfortunately, because PH makes an F sound. But yes, I don't think they thought very long about that one. Pretty piss poor, if you ask me. I would not like my parents if they named me something like that. Will Shane butter the landing? Oh, I didn't even know Shane was... Where is Shane? Oh, he's all the way out there. Okay, we'll wait for Shane to catch up. That seems like a fair thing to do. Sean says, thank you, made my day. Not a problem, mate. If all I have to do is film you landing, well... You're a very easy customer, sir, and I would love to welcome you at one of my future... real estate agents or restaurants, depending on which direction I go in. That's assuming that YouTube content creation doesn't take off. Because, honestly, that would be the best case scenario. Led Arabia says, if that was the Xbox controller, I would have probably ended up upside down or being the local lawnmower. Are you... I'm not sure where you're going with that one, sorry. Sim15 says, Bryce is fling, Brett is telling dad jokes, and I'm hoping for another 6 likes. And Sim, guess what? If you say it with a Kiwi accent, you're hoping for another 6 likes. Brett says, okay, mate, I am off now. Trying to get the body clock back to normal. Enjoy your streams. Have a great rest of your stream, Bryce. Thank you very much, Brett. Thanks for coming along for this part of the stream. Much appreciated. Hope you get the bloody clock? The bloody clock. Yeah, I'll just go with it now. Back together. And look after yourself, and I'll see you in Shane's stream tomorrow night, probably. If I don't see you in one of your own prior to that. Look, have a good one, mate. Letter Arabia says, few chef jobs going here. I'll keep that in mind. Letter Arabia says, at Oz Flight Simmer, yeah, they want to do a few people. Yeah, they do. Fucking flight sim orgy. Ozflight Simmer says, I will overfly only at the lighthouse. That's alright, Shane. We are more than happy to wait for you to come in and land and battle the crazy winds on approach. We want to see your piloting skills on display. I know you retracted the message there, Sean, but you prefer Pirellis to Michelin stars. Ha ha. FIFO mines as well are after chefs. 14 on, 7 off, fly out of Adelaide. Yeah, but you see, I don't want COVID. Too soon? Plus, the other thing is, like, I know chef mines pay good money for chefing, but you also end up doing like 75, 80 hours a week. I don't know, it's something I would definitely consider, but yeah. Sim15 says, Shane is like the special needs kid of flight simming, always waiting for him to catch up. Whoa! Shots fired. Sean, high winds, better with or without more flaps? If I'm not mistaken, when there's high winds and you're near ridges and the winds are variable and all that, you need to set the flaps to best hold the aircraft at its maneuvering speed. I'm sure Shane will be able to correct me on that if I'm wrong, but that is the general aim, is you want to try and be as close as possible to the aircraft's perfect maneuvering speed. Or is it the lowest maneuvering speed? It's one of those two. Whilst we wait for Mr. Oz Flight Simmer, for the next flight, I'm gonna try and get above these storm clouds, see if we've got less issues with the wind. So I'm gonna go up for 6,000 and see if it's windier or less windy up there. Leonard says, just become my real estate agent. I'll let you fly on rental inspections. What are we flying? Helicopters between rental inspections? That sounds bloody cool. Rudin says, less flaps, more forward speed to give you more control surface authority. Okay, so I was sort of on the right track, I guess, then, in saying that you want to be as close as possible to the maneuvering speed, the best maneuvering speed of the aircraft, as I just about knocked my microphone over again. Mr. Black Evo, is he overflying or is he trying to land? And I also think I see Mr. Shane heading out. Whoop, wrong way. Remind me tonight before we shut the stream down. At the last airport, we'll get a group shot of all of us with the drone, because I need some more photos for the stream thumbnails. And the Monday night stream this week is only going to be 2 legs, 2 decent sized legs. However, if people would like to put difficult airports in the Discord, we will then all head down and try and land at the difficult airports. Oh, wow, Shane. What are you doing? All over the shot. He's going round. Shane is going round. The pressure was too much. Oh, I missed David's comment before. Shane has soft feelings. He will want me to time you out if you keep going. Yeah, he did that to Jason last night. And Jason's not in the stream tonight, so, you know. Shane can't even escape the roasting outside of his own streams. Vruden is ready to scramble. What's he scrambling? Eggs? If so, can I have a portion, please? Black says, for some reason my sim has tanked to 10 FPS. Yeah, that's not, that is not normal. Right, Shane's making his turn for final again. Attempt number 2. Can the real world pilot land? Pressure's on, Shane. Everyone's watching you. Oh, when the pressure's on, he absolutely nails it the second time round. Well done, Mr. Shane, Ozflight Simmer. That is a good comeback. Not saying any words, just absolutely nailing it. It's a big fuck you to me. And you know what? I appreciate that. Well done, sir. Alright. I'm going to shift it up and turn it round and let's head out for airport number 2. Yep. Shane absolutely olive oiled that. No problem. He can be expecting a phone call from Cobram Estate in the coming days. Leaded Rapier says, bit of mayo on that. So, is Shane making aioli, or... Yeah, no worries, Black. All good, mate. More than happy to wait around for you, or fly slightly slower and you can catch up, or up to you, mate. Let us know. James says, E170 is shit, don't buy it. Yep. I've already heard that. But it's nice to have it confirmed by the god of YouTube flight simming. Black says, I'll catch up, keep going. Alright, no worries. Let's hit it then. Top Gun style in the DA40. Makes sense. Whoa. Yeah, Vruden hovering a twin. I know, it's funny. After what he said last night about the H135, I was a little bit about adding it to the community folder after some bad experiences with it. Same with sceneries. I've had a few bad experiences with freeware aftermarket aircraft. And I'm sort of lazy where if an update means that I've got to remove stuff out of the community folder, I'm just like, can't be bothered. I would rather wait and buy the payware versions, because I know that they're going to be, or the versions that turn up in the marketplace, because I know they're going to be supported and I'm not going to have issues with them, or as many issues, I should say. It's probably a very close-minded way of flight simming, but until the sim is absolutely 100%, you know, perfect, so probably another 12 months or so, maybe slightly less, I won't be putting in too much freeware. Why is that music stopped? Whoa, that was quite close to the aircraft. Definitely got my attention. God, it's been a while since I've used. Stop the music for a sec. Why can't I add that to that? What's the go there? It's very weird. Very weird. Anyway, let's see what happens with the music. Bruden says the H135 has never given me a problem in an update. Yeah, that's... Look, you're not wrong there, Bruden, and that's why I was kind of prepared to pick it up and put it in, but with what you said last night, I was like, ooh, okay, maybe not. However, everything seems to be working fine again, so I will drop it in before the next stream. And yes, I actually mean it this time. Sim15 says, I'm hoping that after update 5, I'll have enough frame rates to fly with you guys. I hope so too, mate. I really do. Osflight Simmer says, I'm going to call it a night. I'll pick you up when I'm in bed on the iPad. And yes, I will wait for the roast. What are you roasting, Shane? Or is it us roasting you? In which case, fan-forced oven, 200 degrees. But yeah, good night, Shane. Look after yourself, mate. And I will see you tomorrow in your stream. Yes, I know you probably don't believe me, Vruden, but I will prove you wrong this time round. I know I've let you down every single time so far by saying I'll do it and then not doing it. Ah, Mr. Tipio23, just lurking in the background there, I see. Hope you're doing well, good sir. Hope you're enjoying the stream. It's nice to have you on board. GPS tracking. There's still a hell of a crosswind. Planes flying at basically a perpendicular angle. I wonder if it's better or worse up here. Oh, it's a lot worse than it was down there. We've got a 61 knot crosswind. Not a problem, Tipio. Not a problem at all. You're if you put exclamation flight plan into the chat, you can find the flight plan and join in if you'd like. We just departed from I know that probably doesn't make sense, but you'll understand once you put the flight plan in. You'll be like, ah. David Jacker says, hit that like button, guys. Let's get it up to 25. You just want to see me attempt to floss and river dance, and this is not going to end well. Yeah, exactly. What David just put in the chat. TFFF. Black Evo says he's bringing up his rear. Twerk, 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 twerk. Oh, that's not what you meant, is it? My bad. My bad. Oh. Headphones are annoying my ear this evening. Usually it doesn't happen until I'm about 3 hours in. Black Ever says he's got that Ruski's booty shaken. Careful what you're saying there. YouTube might think this is some Russian porn stream. I don't know where this storm is, but I feel like that line of thick white cloud off in the distance is the storm. Sim says just 5 more. I can't dance, Sim. Leonard Rapier says, you know the weather is not good when the caravan is maxing out at 90 knots. Yeah, absolutely not. That's absolutely not. But you say 4 more, Sim, and yet I only see 20 likes. So I count that as 5 more. Bruden says I already liked it on 2 computers and my phone. Jeez, Bruden really wants to see me fail at flossing and river dancing. I feel like YouTube lies to me all the time as well. So Lederavia says, all our likes should count for 5 because of the crap weather you gave us. I didn't give any weather. I'm just flying on live weather. I don't create the weather. I wish I could create the weather, but I don't create the weather, unfortunately. When I bought my ticket with Bryce Airlines, I didn't agree to this. It's listed in the terms and conditions that we will not be held responsible for any inclement weather. Wow, I've got a few of you flying along this evening. Should open up my screenshot software. Yeah, you seem to be having an issue there, Leonard, with that number 3. Doesn't seem to like you very much. Okay, I need to stop yawning. I haven't had a tiring day. So, body, enough. I don't want to finish this stream as cooked as I finished the last stream, that's for sure. Bit of reggaeton. Just new Asus keyboard. I haven't heard of Asus before. Oh, Asus, okay. Also, Leonard, 13,000 feet in the DA40. Did you get oxygen tanks installed? Did you? David Jacko says, did you crash after last night's stream? Yeah, I woke up like 10:30 a.m. and I think I literally got up and went to bed about 5 minutes after I ended the stream. So I literally just hit the pillow and a good 8.5 hours of just not even remembering anything. Sean! Thank you so much, mate. Donation of $4.15 Australian. That's so nice of you. Thank you so much, sir. Much appreciated. Absolute gentleman. I would like to say throw something in the chat to, you know, celebrate Sean doing that, but I don't have that ability yet on YouTube, so if anybody has any suggestions for what we should put in the chat when people make donations, please let me know. But yeah, thank you so much, Sean. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys make me feel so, like, humble and giddy and all those feelings all at once. If that makes sense. Leonard Rapier says, doesn't help every time I type my plane gets thrown around. Caravan bro. So why is my sim telling me that you're flying a DA40? That's very weird. Yeah, I know. Don't start that yawning shit again, hey? I would rather not start that again. That's, yeah. No, thank you. What a beautiful island we're coming up on here. You can see this lovely, like, that would be a heads, and then you've got a little marina. Everyone's got their beach houses and their boats. Seems there's a little resort there. Ah, you were in a DA40 at the start. Okay, that makes more sense. That's why the sim's probably like... Yeah. Cool. No, that makes sense. All good. Black says, the flying community is a great one, whether it is in sim or real life. Absolutely, Black. I 100% agree with you. I have not met a bad... legitimate flight simmer, and the reason I say legitimate because, of course, obviously on social media there is a lot of flight simulator groups that are full of illegitimate flight simmers who are literally treating it as a game where they can just mess around and, you know, do things and all that. But 100%, and same with in real life flying. All the pilots I've spoken to, GA instructors I've you know, spent time with, both on the ground and in the air, have been just absolutely phenomenal, willing to answer so many questions, and yeah, awesome people, awesome people. Cannot wait for my green screen to arrive though. I am not gonna lie, I cannot wait. Finally have this background of a bed sheet and a mini fireplace and all that, and a microwave. Doesn't make for the best streaming backdrop. It's a very short runway we just flew over there for George F. Charles. How far have we got to the next aeroporto? 17 nautical miles. So I might drop a little bit of altitude here. Just so I'm not having to do some last minute. There we go. Yeah, the mini fireplace. Unfortunately, it's quite cheap, and I can't run it because I just end up inhaling smoke because it leaks all throughout the sides. That's what comes back to the get what you pay for kind of thing. Unfortunately, my landlord took his fireplace with him when he moved out of this house and put it on the market as a rental. So the chimney and all that is still there, but if I wanted to have a proper fireplace, I'd have to fork out the $800,000, and I don't really want to do that for a rental. Tipio, yeah, so exclamation mark server, but we are on West USA. Sean says 52 knot left wind and a 28 knot headwind. Damn! I feel like when we get down towards Barbados and all that here, it's going to be some seriously rough flying. Tipio. Have a look at this video if you need to, but just make sure that the sim hasn't changed your multiplayer out from all players. Sim15 says you don't look as cold tonight. Haha. That is where you are wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers, double socks, double pants, and gloves. I'm still absolutely that cold. But no, I don't believe it is as cold as it was. Let me just let me check. Oh no, it's a lot colder than last night. It is currently 0. David says strip, 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 wash hands, wash hands, wash hands, wash hands, wash hands. Fair enough. Sean says a Milwaukee heated jacket. Oh, yeah. I should get one of those. Do I not have heat? I do. I have that little mini fireplace behind me, but I don't want to smoke myself out. my streaming setup is in a man cave, which is actually outside from the actual house. So Black Evo says, crikey, the turbulence just put me on my wingtip. Damn. What sort of, this is going to be an interesting stream over these next few airports, because I feel like we're heading into the storm, which is what you want to be doing in caravans and DA40s. Basically, unfortunately, the house we're renting, all 3 bedrooms are next door to each other because it's about a 15-year-old house. And I cannot stream inside at this time of the night without keeping the housemate awake. So we made a decision that I should make use of the man cave or the workshop area or the retreat or whatever you want to refer to it as. So, yeah. Alright, how far out from the airport? Oh, 5.9 nautical miles. Better take the autopilot off. And I need to go out to the left. Yes. Cool. This is going to be... Sim says, let me guess, the puppy is inside in the warm and the silly human is outside in the cold. The puppy is at the farm, where the other half lives. She only spends my days off with me, because otherwise she would be at home for 12 plus hours on her own, and that's not really fair to her. If we can avoid it, and we can avoid it, so we do. Yeah, she windy. She very windy. This might take a bit of concentration on my behalf, not gonna lie. I may not even use flaps for this one. Or I may just use half flaps because I feel like I need to have some serious speed here. I feel like I may have landed at the wrong end of the runway in the end, so now I'm going to be landing with like a 20 knot tailwind. This is going to be interesting. Now I'm going to go full flaps because of my silly decision. Still managed to touch down nicely though, so that's at least a decent thing. Let it roll out to the end of the runway, seeing as I should be taking off in the opposite direction. More butter. Don't worry, there will be a day and there will be a landing where I absolutely screw it up. Leonard says, man, that was a battle. Poor arm is throbbing from fighting the stick. But guess what, Leonard? You got it down, you didn't crash, and you were able to fight the stick, which is just another, you know, positive to the fact that you purchased the HOTAS. It is making you a better pilot because you have proper control of the aircraft now and you're able to achieve those landings that you wouldn't necessarily have been able to do very well previously. Alright, can I pick up the Xbox controller this time without trying to knock my microphone over? Yes, I can. See, you can achieve things you put your minds to, ladies and gentlemen. Watching Mr. Two Mops fight the wind. Oh, floating, 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 still floating. That is a short field landing if ever I saw one, Mr. Two Mops. Oh, thanks for reminding me, Leonard. Look, you probably need to masturbate a little less if the arm's throbbing. I also don't recommend fighting with the stick. It is attached after all. You don't want to break it. Mr. Tipio. Or TPO. Sensational. Absolutely sensational. I love the fact that despite the adverse weather, nobody seems to really be messing up the landings. So, yeah, well done. Like, everybody should be extremely impressed with their landing ability. Also, I must say, the location of this airport is absolutely bloody stunning. You've got a mountain, some beach, a little stream, more mountains. What a fantastic little airport. Well, I don't know if it's a little airport, actually, when I think about it. It is an international airport, after all. Typo with a typo. I kind of figured that's what you were sort of going for. Led Rapier says, if you've seen me land on the Xbox controller versus this, you will see how good it is. Absolutely. I did see you land on the Xbox controller, I think on one of... because I think you were saying that you were using the Xbox controller for St Barths and Saba, and you overran the runway in St Barths. So, straight away, I can tell the difference. Black says, the Yak handles the wind very well. That's good. David said, yep, it's amazing what less Pornhub does. Mr. Typo says, this is very cool. Thank you very much, sir. You're a part of this, so you're adding to the cool factor. Alright. Everyone's making their way up to the end of the runway. Let's VFR map. So now we are off to Barbados, which is actually a little bit of a decent leg. And then we're coming back into St Vincent and the Grenadines, I believe, which is the last stop for the night. So yeah, the next two flights are going to be a little bit of a longer distance. And I also believe they may be where we discover the storm. So, I hope everyone's got their piloting skills with them. I'm going to go back up to around 7,000 on this, because these are 100 nautical mile flights. Oop, wrong button. Leonard Rapier says, at David Jacko, yeah, but Bryce's channel always has good content on on Pornhub. Yeah, that's where... so if you ever need to rewatch my stream videos, you can also find them on Pornhub. I think that's where David's uploading them to for me. Alright, I'm going. Usually because I'm quite a bit slower once I'm in the air than the rest of you, so I'm sure you all have no problem catching up. And rotate, and we are away. Probably have too much flaps in for that. Forgot to remove the landing flaps. Whoops. Sim15 says midget porn, but it didn't come up in the YouTube chat because that's what YouTube does. Well, I guess the DA40 is kind of a midget aircraft. It's pretty small. Wow, you can already, as soon as you get off the ground, you can really feel the wind. Lidropius says yes, he's down to 60 knots in the caravan. Black Evo says, my frames have tanked again. I wonder if the yak has a memory leak or something. Yeah, it's possible. I think I remember a few months ago that there was a couple of payware sceneries that were causing memory leaks, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like it's time for a bit of midnight snackage. Thanks to Shane the enabler. Oh, that was difficult. Oh, damn, that's probably making a bit of noise. Apologies for that. Oh. Got some Cadbury Old Gold dark chocolate cherry ripe flavour. Saw it on sale at Woolies earlier today. I was like, I gotta have that. That sounds bloody tasty, and it is. Cheers. Oh. I highly recommend this if you like dark chocolate and cherry ripe. It's bloody tasty. So here we are, back to the deep blue sea again. It does look like the storm is in the distance. David says he feels like some dark chocolate now. You're welcome, David. I will now. Shane has become my enabler. I will now become your enabler. Also, I can't wait. I need to know when the first big Jack stream is going to be for, I want to watch. I want to see the master. The man behind the burger. I was going to say, is Woolies or Coles still open, David? But probably not at this time of the morning. You'd have to go to the servo and pay like $7 for a block. David says, I'm thinking 2 weeks, I need one of them USB expanders. Ah. Yes. I think now would be the perfect time for me to stretch the legs, grab some liquid on this slightly longer flight, and get myself ready to continue on. I'll be back. I am back. Black says, so yeah, it's the app causing FPS hit. Just change the aircraft in dev mode and problem gone. That's a shame. That is a shame to read that, Black. Definitely. How annoying. And Vruden says you better get ready to dance. Why should I be ready to dance? We're still only at 20 likes. $20, $21, whatever it is. It's still not 25. Yeah. That's exactly how you change planes on the fly, is activate dev mode. Oh, the wind's better up here at 7,500 feet. It's just a shame that it's a headwind, but it's not. At least it's not like 70 knots or whatever we had before. Yeah, it definitely sounds like a memory leak, Black. 100%. If changing out causes it to go away, and then changing back, it doesn't come back straight away. That's 100% got to be a memory leak. Sounds like a what happens with my brain. You know, that's also a memory leak. So you know. Yeah, I'd say so, David. Worst case scenario, it will be fixed by update 5, but it wouldn't surprise me if there's a hot fix if enough people report it within the next week or so. That's usually what most of these third-party payware developers get. You get the brain leak as well, Black? Yeah, cool. I'm not the only one. That's good to know. I love it how my bot says that I've only got 2.5 hours of watching my own streams. Gowan says, I have a photographic memory. Unfortunately, it's been out of film for years. Well, the good news there is, Gowan, that we don't use film anymore. Haven't for about 20 years. We use SD cards. And the cloud. Mr. David Jacko and Mr. Leonard Rapier leading the way on the hours count. I'm sure you knew that we used SD cards, and I'd be interested to know how many people who are younger than me actually even know what a film camera is, because they were almost phased out by the time I was early primary school, like age 7, age 8. I remember that digital cameras was already the thing. Pretty prolifically as well. Yes, floppy is the original SD card. Much bigger version, but, and you know, with like 256 KB of storage. But technically, yes. And now you've got these micro SD cards that are like that big, that hold like 512 gigabytes, or in some cases I think a few people have now released 1 terabyte micro SD cards, and it's the size of, like literally the size of a pinky fingernail. Crazy. Gowan says, my first computer had an 8.5 inch floppy. What was it hard then? Leonard Rapier says, how old are you? I am 28. Gonna need to start looking at retirement homes soon. You don't want to know. Sounds like your first computer was quite a horny bastard. David said, I first had a 30-inch floppy when I was born. Are you talking about the umbilical cord, or? Kangaroo says, I've been on the internet since 1987. Damn! You've been on the internet longer than I've been alive. Gowan says he used to mount the drives every chance I could get, so not only was your computer a horny bastard, but you were a horny bastard as well. Leonard Rapier says, so you wouldn't remember cassettes? Absolutely, I remember cassettes. And to play games on Commodores. Yeah, I remember a Commodore computer. Was. Okay, maybe you still are. I don't know. I know what an 8-track is, but it's a little bit before my time. But I mean, I have a record player. Oh yeah, don't worry, Kangaroo. I remember the days of had to use the telephone line to connect to the internet, the dial-up internet sound, you know, ding, 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 ba-ding, 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 ba-ding. And everybody, sometimes somebody got on the phone, the internet would drop out, and actually got to the point when my dad installed a separate phone line in the house, so that there was a phone line just for the internet, and then we had a phone line to make phone calls off as well, because he was so sick of having to continuously get off the internet to use the phone and vice versa. Gowan says, want to know something you can no longer say at the racetrack that you used to be able to say without a problem? What's that? Leonard says, oh yes, that crappy dial-up sound and screaming at your siblings to get off the internet. The joys of MSN Messenger and MySpace. Oh, those were the days. come home from school, log into MSN, which then became Windows Live Messenger. Everybody with their crazy ass names that had, you know, this person's my friend, I love this person, that's my favourite song, that's the mood I'm in, you know. And then MySpace, you'd go into people's MySpace page and they had their song that was their thing at the time, and top friends, and you could alter your top friends. Those were the days. Kids these days just don't know. I think I benefited in the fact that my granddad worked for Channel 7. So, which is the Australians will know what I'm talking about. But, and he used to do like behind the scenes things for like the broadcast of the football games and the news and all that. So of course I was very much exposed to technology and the internet and video creation and cameras from a very, very, very young age. So probably got to experience things and maybe slightly older technologies that kids who are, you know, my age may not have experienced, I guess. Leaded Rapier says, and you were cool if you had the Nokia 3310. My dad certainly had a Nokia 3310. My first phone was a Motorola L6. And yeah, Windows, so the first Windows I ever used was Windows 3.1. But the first Windows that I had on my own computer was Windows 95. When I was like, I think my dad gave me his old desktop when I was like 4 or 5 years old and put Windows 95 on it. This was in 97, 98. Dre the Gamer says, do you have any mods for Flight Sim? The only mods I have are payware airport sceneries and city packs, and so I've got like Cityscape Sydney, Cityscape Adelaide, all that sort of stuff. I will, however, be adding... Oh, and I've got the fly-by-wire A32NX. And I'll obviously be adding the H135 now that it seems to all be ironed out from the little niggles that people were having. But yeah, I'm too lazy to continuously fiddle around with my community folder at updates. So I'd rather just wait for the marketplace versions of the sceneries and the aircraft and all that stuff. Gowan says, my first was in 1980 and it was the size of a coffee table. Was left behind after the Winter Olympics and my dad brought it home. I'm assuming we're talking about a mobile phone here. Dre says, there are some great FSX planes. Look, absolutely, and once they all get ironed out, so for example, like the Q400, I've definitely got my eye on the Q400. Once, it's still a work in progress, but once they've sorted that out, that is something I would definitely be prepared to add. Without a doubt. Rudin doesn't believe in me, and fair enough. I've said it now about 5 or 6 streams in a row that I'm going to add the H135 and still haven't done it. So I mean, I brought that one on myself. Sean says, my first was in 86 and she said it was the best 7 second. Nice, Sean. Ray the Gamer says, you're going to do an H135 flyer. I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking, like, what's a city pack that everybody sort of has? Because I'd be quite happy to do a stream where we all explore, like, maybe we should all go, I don't know if people are down for this, but maybe we should all go buy, like, the Dubai city pack and then do, like, a Dubai helicopter stream or something once I'm having a bit of a break from work when I've got some more time. Viagra can fix that. Lol. Yeah, right. That's definitely going to make me have to do the H135 now. So I'll buy the Dubai pack, and then sometime after the 11th of July, we will do a helicopter stream where we go and explore Dubai in the H135. Sean says I'd get excited just to have a girl talk dirty to me. Okay, Jason Derulo. Highly recommend Cadbury Old Gold Dark Chocolate with Cherry Ripe. Rudin says, will you please put the flight plan in the description when you set up the stream? Oh, shit, usually I do, Rudin. Usually I do. Did I not do it tonight? I apologise. That's my bad, mate. It's been an interesting afternoon / evening. David Jacko says, I get excited when Bryce talks dirty to me. Yeah, you do. Honey. You big spoon or little spoon tonight, David? How much is it at Woolies at the moment? $2.50. Yeah, no, I appreciate that though, Vruden. I obviously I lost sight of that. So thank you for reminding, because it'll make sure it's in the forefront of my mind now whenever I'm setting up streams. Because sometimes I'm one of those people who's like, oh yeah, That'll do. I'll do that soon. Oh, that can wait till tomorrow, you know. Bit of a procrastinator sometimes. David says you'll be the big spoon tonight. Okay, no worries, mate. Bruden says your stream is easy. Last airport we landed at. That's very true. That is very true. And I'm going to try and do more of these like events inside an event kind of thing, because obviously just continuously flying around the world and calling it World Adventure leg blah blah blah, World Adventure leg blah blah blah, it's probably going to get a little bit boring. So I'm going to try and make sure that we have some island hopping extravaganzas. I know for a fact in South America there's going to be a stream where we cross the Atacama deserts and stuff like that. So yeah, basically I'm going to have streams within streams. It's streamception. South American drug run. Sure, absolutely. We can, when we get to Venezuela and Colombia, we can absolutely do the South American drug run stream. It'll be nice. I'll say this though. It'll be nice to once we get to South America, it'll be nice to not see big open bodies of water for a long time. And it will be a long time because we probably won't be flying over massive bodies of water until you get to the end of Canada, which is probably going to be 12 months from now. So Dre the Gamer says, hey, me and Brett did a drug run. Oh, there you go. Where'd you fly from and to? It was from Pablo Escobar's estate to Miami in cargo 727s. Oh, that's cool as. That is awesome. Bruden says, I'll escort you guys in the police helicopter. It is South America after all. Yes. I feel like they've embraced the fact that they obviously do have a large economic base on narcotics. And I mean, hey, good for them. If they're cool with it, I'm cool with it. Like, I'm all for people having their freedom of choice. When the UK Navy go across the equator, if a person hasn't been across before, they do practical jokes. Could be fun. So you're saying that when we go across the equator in this stream, we should do some practical jokes, or? Dre the Gamer says you need to fly under 1,000 feet so they don't spot you on their radar. Yeah, true. Very true. Excuse me, sir, what's in your bag? Tea. Definitely tea. English breakfast. Earl Grey. 100%. Dre says it only took us 2 hours because the 727s reach Mach 1 easily. even though they top out at 600. Is that not overspeeding, or is it because you're so low to the ground you're not actually stressing the aircraft? Sim15 says only 3 more likes. Typo says, and lots of sugar. Yes, absolutely. Sugar. Tea and sugar. You've got to put sugar in the tea. It was overspeeding, and probably because we were low. Oh, okay. Leonard Rapier says, doesn't smell like tea. In brackets, gets high. Hey, why am I hungry? Because you've got a really fast metabolism. That's why. It's got nothing to do with the tea. Salad, hey? What sort of salad are you eating, Dre? Sean says, easier to go faster, higher as thin air, hence why missiles loft. Sorry, getting tired with spelling. That's alright, mate. I'm getting tired with speaking. The tongue isn't quite doing what it should anymore. Sim says, 2 more likes, it's so close. Feels so close to you right now. It's a force field. David Jacko says, come on guys and gals, hit that like button. Bryce says, David Jacko, shh. Typo says, sounds like you need some of that sugar. Absolutely. Sugar, yes please, won't you come and put it down on me? Yeah, I don't think I hit any of those notes at all. And I'll stand by it. Probably re-familiarize myself with how to do Irish. Is it Irish line dancing I'm meant to be doing? Is that what I can't remember. I know I'm meant to be flossing. Oh, river dance. Sorry, river dance. That's what I'm meant to be doing. Why the f did I think it was like? Never mind. River dancing. I may have to watch a video before I try and do that because I can't 100% remember. Vruden says stick to dancing. Yeah, that's fair. Sim says 2 more likes and the dance monkey comes out. Dance for me, dance for me, dance for me. Oh. Yeah, they do stand in a line, so me and all my friends here are going to do the river dance. It is looking weathery. Weathery ahead. Yes, weathery. Very weathery. 100%. I'm obviously not seeing somebody's like. That seems really weird. I don't understand why. Hello, Mr. Rev350. How you going, sir? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Hope the day is treating you nicely. Hope your weekend's been good. You are more than welcome to join in the flight if you feel like it. We're heading over to Barbados. We should be there soon, and then we've just got the leg to St Vincent and the Grenadines. Why am I sweating? Nerves. I'm not sweating, it's all good. I don't need to hit F5, Sean, because like I get a different thing. It tells me my stream settings, it's got my analytics, it's got my stream health, it tells me my concurrent viewers, my likes, who's leaving, who's arriving, dislikes, likes, etc. I'll put the details in the chat. So there's the server, flight plan. So we are about to, well, we're getting pretty close to TBPB. So we'll be flying from TBPB to TVSA as the last leg of the evening. I believe we are 18.4 nautical miles out from Barbados, which is probably a good time for me to start dropping some altitude. Sim15 says, I sound like my girlfriend. Come on, just a little more. I don't need any more information there, Sim. Yeah, I know, Sean. All that power, I don't know what to do with it. No one man should have all that power. It's a very different page to what you get when you're watching a stream, let me tell you. Took me by surprise the first few streams. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Plenty of time for the likes to still get to 25. We've still got a whole nother 100 or so nautical mile leg to complete. Whoa, that lightning is bright. Sim15 says, forget dropping altitude, drop them dance steps. Is that what you were looking for, or? Yeah, that weather is getting intense. And we're not even camping. Yeah, absolutely, Sean. Aviators have good sunglasses, yeah. I can imagine, especially once you're above the clouds, that not only would the lightning sometimes and all that be quite, but the sun, because there's no protection. And you should always use protection. Pretty sure we shouldn't be flying GA aircraft in this weather, but anyway. Just adds to the fun with the added risk, I guess. So it's a pretty straight-in approach here for Bridgetown in Barbados. How far out are we? 10 nautical miles. Beautiful. You don't want polarized glasses while flying? I thought you did want polarized glasses whilst flying. I'll do you a deal, Sim. If we don't get 25 likes, I will floss tonight. And then if we get 20 likes on the Monday stream, I will do the river dance, which gives me a bit of time to practice. They're not polarized. Makes sense. So many conflicting messages. Wow, there's this is going to be an interesting landing. There's like 60 knots of wind at 2,000 feet. Yes, I feel like that would be an issue. Yeah, alright. You got me to 25. You win. So I'll do the floss and then I'll go to a quick intermission and I'll quickly make sure that I have got river dancing correct, and then I'll come back and I'll attempt that. And I'll do that once we get on the ground here in Barbados, and then we'll take off and fly back to St Vincent and the Grenadines. I know you won't hold me to it, but and it's just a bit of fun, but I did make a promise that I would attempt to river dance and floss if I got to 25 likes, and I got to 25 likes. In an attempt to prove to Vruden that I am a man of my word, despite the fact that I have not yet added the helicopter to the sim. I feel like this is a good way to start. And to show him that he will get the helicopter. Hello, Mr. GC Bounds. Welcome back. I hope you're doing well, sir. We're just coming into Barbados, where I have been challenged to attempt to floss and attempt to river dance. You're more than welcome to watch that, and then we'll be completing the last leg here from Bridgetown in Barbados to St Vincent and the Grenadines. You're more than welcome to fly along with that. Mr. Leonard Rapier, have a good one, sir. Look after yourself. I'll catch you tomorrow evening in Shane's stream, I believe. And the fling. Shh, that's our secret sim. Gonna be a rough landing, this one. Still got 40 knots of wind at 1,000 feet. Shane's furry fetish, yes. Mr. Shawndale says, sorry, need to dash. All be well and safe. Hope to catch you all later in the week. Looking forward to American Truck Sim. Thank you so much. You don't know how much better these days are. Thank you very much, Sean. Same to you, bro. You guys and the rest of you, yourself and the rest of you guys, have worked wonders for myself as well. So, seems like everybody's helping everybody here. Which is the fantastic part about the flight sim and streaming community to some degree as well. But look after yourself, Sean, and I'm sure I'll see you tomorrow in Shane's stream. Have a good one, mate. Short field landing there. Greatly assisted by the headwind. Quickly try and get up in the drone to watch some people come in. Can he do it without taking out his microphone? Nope, he's looped the Xbox controller around the microphone. There we go. Mr. Two Mops coming in. Beautifully done, Mr. Two Mops. Spectacular. Mr. Typo. We only deal in butter around here, Mr. GC Bounds. Only the highest quality Lurpak spreadable and extra virgin olive oil on this channel. But appreciate the kind words nonetheless. Beautiful, Mr. Typo. Absolutely awesome. Everybody's absolutely nailing the landings tonight despite the crazy weather. Mr. Rebel Boy, he's coming in. He's coming in quite hot. Fighting the wind. Is that a go around for Mr. Rebel Boy? I think it might be. No, I don't blame him. Getting hit by some crazy wind there. Sim15 says, night guys, stay safe, Bryce. Thank you very much for joining us, Sim15. Much appreciated, mate. And you stay safe as well yourself, mate. And I'll catch you in Shane's stream tomorrow night. Have a good one. I love it how Sim15 is leaving before I do the flossing and river dance that he that he wanted. But anyway. Coming in hotter than a crack pipe on payday. Epic flight. Thank you. We've still got one leg left to go as well, so it's going to be even more epic. I'm just enjoying watching. I figured it was good to watch people try and land here because at 1,000 feet there's still 40 knots of wind, so it's pretty brutal. Oh, wonderful landing there, Rebel Boy. Well done, sir. Well done. Mr. Kangaroo, thank you very much for joining us. Much appreciated, mate. Look after yourself. Stay well. And I hope to catch you in the next stream, whether it be mine, whether it be Shane's, whether it be Brett's or somebody else. I'll see you around, mate. Thank you very much. Mr. Black, I expect nothing but perfection, and he's just absolutely nailing this. Phenomenal. Well done. Alright, is that everybody down? Alright, I'm going to quickly go and make sure that I've got river dance under control, and then I'll be back and I'll do a quick floss and a quick river dance, and then we can take off and head to St Vincent and the Grenadines. 2 seconds. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I can do the river dance. I am not that coordinated with my feet to be able to tap and toe and heel and kick and forward and back. All that's gonna do is just end up me falling over, and yeah. I will floss. Give me some time to at least practice the basics of river dance, and I promise that I will do it in a upcoming stream within the next week or two. And that is now being said live, so people can hold me to it. It's an IOU on a river dance, but doing it based on watching 2 minutes of video is just going to be a complete disaster. No, that's fair. That is absolutely fine, Vruden. And I promise I will 100% do it. You just got to give me a little bit of time to at least practice the things with the legs, which I'm trying to do with my hands and just looks. Yeah. But I will now get up and try and floss and see what happens. Yeah. Sure. That was, yeah. Yeah, on the internet forever, I understand that, that's fine. I have absolutely no shame, purely for entertainment purposes. If people are gonna, you know, have an issue with it in the future, well, that sounds like a them problem kind of thing. That's the way I look at it. Yeah, I'm more than happy to practice a bit of flossing, see if I can get better at it, because it's very much coordination-y with the fact that you got to go sort of behind your back, and yeah. You're definitely better at that than singing. Vruden, I'm going to prove you wrong on that. I would put money on it that if I actually try, I am better at singing than I am at flossing. Alright, let's head back to St Vincent and the Grenadines. Get some altitude up in this thing. Not that plane, come on. There we go, that's better. Alright, take some flaps out. And let's go. So I'm an IOU on some river dance because I need to practice, and I need to practice the flossing as well. So there will be another stream next Saturday probably, and I will have practiced river dance and flossing and try and do a better job in that one. But yeah, I'm not going to try and river dance tonight on 2 minutes of watching a video. That's just going to end badly. David says, mate, we are all enjoying what you're doing. Thank you very much. I am just here to provide entertainment and enjoy our time hanging out all together. So much appreciated there, Dave. Vruden says you were going to Riverdance to prove that you're a man of your word. I was, and then I watched Riverdance and went, nope, that's not what I thought it was. So I'll still prove to you that I will be a man of my word. But I just need some time to practice. So that I don't end up hurting my feet or ankles or something. But, and just to prove that I am a man of my word, Vruden, in the fact that I think I can probably sing better than I can floss in Riverdance, I'm more than happy to warm the voice up before a stream and actually prove that as well, if required. If that is something that people would like to see, that is something I can attempt. I must say, look at the drift on the aircraft. That just goes to show how crazy the crosswind is here. Nice looking city below though, here in Bridgetown, Barbados. Oh, David wants me to sing. Okay. Vruden doesn't, but David does. Let me just try something for a sec. Yes, no, I know. I was deliberately muted. I was recording myself to see if my voice was in any sort of position to sing. No. The answer is most definitely not. So, I was just seeing if I could do it on this stream. But after 3 hours of talking, my voice is just like, that's a no. So it'll have to be something that I do closer to the start of a stream. More shower practice. Actually, you know what's funny? That's probably the best place to warm up the voice because you're surrounded by hot steam. So basically before a stream, I need to, if I'm going to do the singing voice, I need to make sure that I have had a hot shower, warmed up the voice, and hot tea. That is the best way to warm the voice up. And then I should be able to do some singing. Yeah, exactly, David. A week of singing in the shower will help. Absolutely it will. So, next Saturday, river dance attempt, practiced flossing, and I will sing something. Prudence says you're tired after only 3 hours of talking. Maybe my wife can give you some pointers. Very good. Well done. Yeah. I think it's more just because I've had a rough afternoon and evening. So the voice is probably a little bit tired out from that. It's also the end of my working week. Not that I really ended up doing any more than 2 hours today after the news I received. But absolutely, there is always replays to watch going. I really need to start taking timestamps of when I do these singing and dancing and all those stuff and start making some blooper reels, I feel. And of course, now that I've done the floss, I've got 26 likes on the stream. Bruton says, my wife has been talking to her mother on the phone for about 4.5 hours at this point. I think the other reason why my voice gets tired is because I have to project my voice, because I actually have my microphone like a decent distance away deliberately so that it doesn't impede the camera view. So therefore I have to continuously speak with a projected voice. Bruton says, drained the phone and switched to the iPad about an hour ago. That's insane. Don't get me wrong, I like my mum, but 4.5 hours... Although, to be fair, she does live a 5-minute drive away, so... Okay, I've got 27 likes, so therefore it's still not showing one of those likes. So that's interesting. Your wife's parents live in Japan. Okay. I can sort of understand it then, especially with COVID and not being able to travel. I can sort of understand, like, 4.5 hours is still a long time, but... Oh, she shows no sign of slowing down. Well, if we land here in St Vincent and the Grenadines and she's still chatting away, she'll be up above 5 hours, I believe. Still talking 1,000 miles an hour. I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man. Or in her case, I would talk 1,000 miles and I would talk 1,000 more. How often do they talk, Vruden? Like, is it a daily, every 2 days, 3 days, weekly? I just gave you a cold sweat in December. You're driving to Key West, 2,000 miles. Oh. Weekly. They basically talk all weekend. Still, like, I get it, but it's still a long time to talk. I just realised there's no music playing. She loves her mum. Well, that's a good thing. You're one of those lucky guys that say you can love your mother-in-law. Me too, mate. I mean, I haven't met her yet because of COVID, but she seems absolutely lovely. Rev350 says, why the fuck is it so small? Sorry, my brain couldn't help but go there. The plane, because it's the little plane that could. Which is the name of the series. And it's the DA40. It's a 2-pilot plus 2-seat GA aircraft with a single engine. that was the whole idea behind this stream, was to select a single engine 4-seat GA aircraft with over 800 nautical miles of range and fly it to every single country and sovereign state/nation in the world. I'm blue, dabba dee dabba die. That's what I feel like singing with all this water. Cannot wait to get to South America. As beautiful as the Caribbean has been, I am starting to sort of go, there's a lot of water out here. And I'm very glad that sort of made it the first cab off the rank, and the last cab off the rank, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be the Pacific Islands. Although I haven't decided yet, what do people reckon? So far I've taken the flight plan into Canada. Do we A, go across to the right and go up through Nunavut and into Greenland, or across to the left through Alaska, through the Alaskan Islands and into Asia? I feel like going through Europe is probably the better option, but somebody may be able to say, oh, no, you should probably go that way because of this, and this. It would be horrible to run out of fuel right now. It certainly would. You wouldn't have many options, I wouldn't think. Oh, yeah, no, you wouldn't. Halfway between St Vincent and the Grenadines and Barbados, there is not many options. So if I was to, my thought process is if I was to go left, I would go down, I would go across Alaska into Russia, down into Korea and Japan, and then straight out into the Pacific Islands. And then come sort of around and down and into New Zealand and into Australia, and then back up into Asia, and go across Asia and finish by going into finish up in Europe. Oh, absolutely. I will be definitely going to Bora Bora in French Polynesia. 100%. And I'm pretty sure there's a pay-where scenery for it as well. I know there's a freeware, but I'm pretty sure there's also a payware. I find it quite awesome that it's you're not finished until you get back to Kitty Hawk. Yeah, no, absolutely, I understand that. But I mean, like, in terms of the last part of the journey would be Europe. If I was to do it that way. I would go Europe and there is one country in the Caribbean that I didn't do because it is so far out from the rest of them, and that would probably be one of the last legs, if not the last leg before heading back to Kitty Hawk, and that is Bermuda. Concerned you're going to get lost in the triangle, Vruden? Britain, and I'm only basing this on name, but I feel like you and Two Mops both probably have a similar product on board. T, in inverted commas. I'm only basing this on name, and I could be completely wrong. Yeah, unfortunately, despite the triangle, we do still have to visit Bermuda. It is a country. Yeah, exactly, David. The green tea, the energy providing stuff that you put in the cup and drink it all up. And I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. Yeah, exactly. I'm talking about the time of the day. That's exactly right. Wonder what the hours that I've put into this DA40 are now. 379 hours I've flown the DA40. Now, not all of that was obviously in this stream. But can you imagine what that's going to read by the time we end up back in Kitty Hawk? Boom, Vruden with the dad joke. The only problem is, Vruden, I didn't quite understand. Sorry to ruin the celebration. Gowan says I crashed a hang glider in Kitty Hawk. Are you talking in real life or in the sim? But my feet show it because they're Longfellows. What is a Longfellow? Am I showing my lack of life experience right now by asking that question? In real life, took lessons there. Ooh, shit, okay. That's, I mean, are you good? Did it hurt? Did you injure yourself? I mean, it probably hurt. That was a pretty silly question to ask. Ah, okay. Now the dad joke makes sense. Cut my legs up, but not too bad. Still kept flying. Fair enough. David Jacko says 15% fuel left. I hope I make it. Ah, is this why you said before it would be a shame if you were to run out of fuel right now? I'll just give you a heads up. The DA40 sort of conks out unless you select emergency fuel when you've still got 7% fuel left. Just putting it out there. I think you're flying a DA40. So yeah, just be prepared to flick that emergency fuel switch on your fuel tank. Because 7% fuel in the DA40 is 1 gallon on each side. So you have a 2-gallon reserve, basically. I only know this because I almost ran out of fuel on my first leg of this stream series. We're not actually that far away though, David. You might be alright. We're only 25 nautical, or I'm only 25 nautical miles and you're ahead of me, so you should be sweet. Black says, so far the Yak is behaving itself re-FPS. I wonder if it was just one of the liveries. Changed liveries from the one that kept tanking. We'll have to do more testing. Yeah, please let us know, because if it's just livery related, that's a relatively easy workaround. Oh, there you go, David. Vruden will fish you out if you go down in the Westpac rescue helicopter. I mean, I feel like $25 is acceptable for an aircraft of that stature, especially considering that the Captain Sim 777 is like 35 or 40 Australian dollars, and that's pretty fucking average. I mean, it's a lovely exterior model, and it's a lovely like interior of the actual passenger cabin area, but the rest of the aircraft is pretty shit, and Captain Sim themselves are pretty shit people. I'm glad Sim's not here because I'm yawning continuously and he'll be complaining about that. Black says, flies nice, lands nice, pretty draggy, and loses energy quickly in the vertical. Gets the shakes near V&E. Ground handling is okay if you don't do hard, fast turns. Yeah, but I feel like that's pretty normal with most aircraft. You don't want to be doing hard, fast turns too much. Like the DA40 is the same. Hard, fast turns, nothing happens. The interior in the Yak is quite good, would be awesome in VR. That's good. Definitely sounds like it's worth the $25. Especially when you consider that like Aerosoft and PMDG stuff, which, okay, I understand that's really high quality stuff, but that's, you know, 70, 80 Australian dollars. Something to play with in VR tomorrow. Oh, David, have you got VR, do you? Just flexing. I wish VR was able to be streamed in, because then I would be buying VR much quicker than what I'm currently thinking about doing it. The Yak just rolls over on its back if you get too fruity with your taxiing. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I feel like I need to get a head tracker for these streams that I can turn on and off, so I can only have it on when I'm in the cockpit, when I'm taking off and landing, because I don't want to, every time I look at the screens and all my other screens, have the, you know, airplane shifting with my head movements. The visibility out of the Yak is nuts, massive windows and a glass roof, so it's got a sunroof. Aircraft with a sunroof. That's mad. Sounds like a really good aircraft. Bruton says, oh man, that's got to be brutal. You know how hot it gets in an airplane? Yes, yes I do. It got quite warm in the Cessna 172 when I did a few flights back there a few months ago, and even though it wasn't summer, I was recommended to wear shorts and a t-shirt. Although I'm guessing the Yak may have air conditioning in the cockpit, being a passenger jet. Could be wrong, but hey, that's interesting. Why is my fuel quantity still 100%? What's going on there? That's weird. I haven't been to any fuel boxes and I haven't filled up. Oh, hang on. Are we talking about the same aircraft here? You say it's cool. A fully aerobatic 5-seat aircraft. You see, when I hear yak, I assume it's like the yackle of yak. Am I wrong? It's not the yackle of yak? Yeah, no, obviously unlimited fuel is on, but I didn't turn unlimited fuel on, so that's why I'm a little bit like, what the hell? Anyway, I'm glad I noticed that. Now I can now I can sort that out for the next stream. Make sure that the fuel consumption is a normal thing. Ruben says, update probably did it. They love changing stuff without telling you. Yeah. Wouldn't surprise me at all. I mean, I'll be the first one to admit, when I do a few of the longer flights, especially in the Pacific Islands and all that, even though this aircraft has a 940 nautical mile range, I don't trust that Asobo has programmed it correctly. And for those flights that are 600-700 nautical miles, which there will be a couple, I may turn unlimited fuel on. Just to, you know, but I will never, ever, ever exceed the 940 nautical mile range that this aircraft has, because I obviously want to maintain realism. I just, obviously, yeah, as I said, I don't trust that they've done it the way it's meant to be done. But I obviously haven't needed to turn unlimited fuel on yet. I'm not flying massive distances, so very interesting. Alright, let's flap up. Whoop, the runway's there. Ooh, that was probably the hardest landing I've had in a while. Damn, the crosswind is definitely there. But we are down here in St Vincent and the Grenadines. And that brings us to the end of leg 26. God damn, we are flying through these legs with all these small islands. Alright, let's shut this aircraft off and then go see if who else has got to land still. Watch them come in. Don't do that to me, bloody flight sim. That. Exterior. Drone. Oh, can we make it out to see Mr. Typo land? Not quite. We will get to see Mr. Dan Random and Mr. Two Mops. Black Evo says, stalling the yak ends up in a spin to the left, power on or off. Okay. Keep that in mind. Don't stall the yak. David Jacko says, made it with 8% fuel. So you were 1% away from having to select emergency fuel reserve. That's insane. You couldn't have calculated that better if you tried. Nice, Mr. Random. Very nice. Mr. Two Mops to make it 3 from 3. Nice landing, sir. No pressure. Very nice, very nice. And we have Mr. Black, Mr. Ornate Cornet. And I'm pretty sure that is it. So Mr. Ornate Cornet, all eyes on you, good sir. Wow, that's a tight final turn there, Black. You know what you're doing. I mean, you are an airline pilot after all. And as usual, a fantastic landing. Alright, if you want to go park up the terminal, I'll get a shot of us all. Oh, Vruden. That's the I'm pretty sure that's the second stream in a row you've ended by killing yourself on a building. Wait for Mr. Black to taxi over. Yeah, that happened yesterday, but that was my fault because I landed on that building this morning. Ah, okay. There we go. One beautiful screenshot. Alright, well that brings us to the end of another World Adventure stream and part 2 of 3 of the Caribbean Island Hopping Extravaganza. Obviously, I will see most of you tomorrow night in Shane's stream, and obviously we'll be back on Monday night to fly down to Trinidad and Tobago. But until then, thank you all very much for coming along. Much appreciated. Feeling the love. Special thanks to Mr. Sean Dale for the donation. Much appreciated. I don't think he's gone now, but always appreciated, good sir. Yeah. As I said at the start of the stream, please, if you ever need to speak about anything that's playing in your mind, please speak up. It is so much more worthwhile than the other options. So yeah. Anyway, I'll leave the stream on a high note, and I'll catch you all over the next few days in various streams. Look after yourselves, and I will see you later.